All right, let's go. Okay, it's chaval because it's such a gishmaka daf today. The rest of this daf is quite.
We're not gonna be able to do it in half an hour. There's a lot of stuff here.
It's an Amud though. It's only an Amud, and tomorrow night, Bez Hashem, hopefully we'll be ma'ayin in it more. So we'll skip the chazor.
I got 3 fundraising appointments tomorrow night.
All right, so you got YouTube.
By the way, that was a serious question. Why does the Gemara use Sadeh, not Baderech, Rishus Harabim? Why
I wasn't sure what you were referring to. What were you referring to?
In the first line of the Mishnah, says you lost your tefillin Basadeh.
I had the same order.
Why does it say? But why doesn't it say? It means Rishus Harabim, right?
No.
What do you mean? It's Rishus Hayachid?
No, but a place that it's not. There's no shmira there. In the city, I assume. Well, no, the Sadeh is because it's out of the Eruv. That's what I assumed. No? Is that the way it goes? The Sadeh, you just have to deal with the muksa issue, which we haven't discussed.
Wasn't really the issue of Tchum ultimately?
Tchum is also an issue. Tchum is also an issue, right?
The first line, if we look in the Mishnah.
Rashi. It's Rashi, not the Mishnah.
Rashi,
No.
it's not a Mishnah.
Right, okay, so Rashi said.
So that's a difference. You're asking on Rashi, not in the
Correct,
Mishnah.
you're right. Correct.
So why did Rashi say Sadeh?
Yes, not but.
I thought because it's not in an Eruv. If it was in an Eruv, we would just take it. I think in an Eruv you could just pick it up and move it. Because the shaila is, well, that's really we're in the middle of discussing. Whether tefillin is muksa is totally in whether you can take tefillin on Shabbos. Right? If you wear tefillin on Shabbos, tefillin's obviously not muksa, so it's not an issue. Unless there's a whole pile of tefillin that's outside the Eruv, then you have an issue. So that's really, I think, why Rashi is saying Sadeh. Really,
I think he's giving you.
You're saying Rashi could have just said chutz la'eruv. He doesn't have to say Sadeh.
He's giving you a musa, Rashi. Because he says Sadeh b'makom shenevadim. Not that it's not in Times Square where somebody would steal it. Nobody would steal tefillin. It's only where it would get lost. He's saying that's his beispiel of a place where it gets lost. Not more than that. Nothing. Who's going to take a pair of tefillin?
He's saying maybe he's saying fakir. In the Sadeh it's safer. There's less people around. No.
Yeah, maybe. But if you get lost, like an animal could eat it, whatever.
Right. I hear.
Rashi had Ruach HaKodesh.
That what?
Vayetze l'suach b'Sadeh. Tefillah is supposed to be in the Sadeh, right? Next week's parsha.
Very good.
Was that from the Ruach HaKodesh? Rashi was Ma'av Sefer. That doesn't.
Daf Yomi, meaning Rashi had in mind Daf Yomi. I thought you're going to say Gershon. I thought you're going to say like this. This is a raya that we should be learning this daf tomorrow night because tomorrow night it's next week's parsha. It's a raya we shouldn't be learning now. That's where's Landau? We got to tell him that one. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So Ella, we're 6 lines up from the bottom. So now again, we're looking for who the Manda Omer is. That tefillin is that you take tefillin on Shabbos or that you don't take. I mean, we're going through the sugya. So Ella Hai Tana who. Right, 6 lines up. Tanya Michal Baskushi has samanechas tefillin. She put on tefillin, and the chacham did not make a machal against her, which is a very interesting lashon, right? And she did aliyah l'regel, which aliyah l'regel is that everybody has to go up to Yerushalayim for all the 3 Yom Tovim, and women are potter from aliyah l'regel. It's mitzvah say shazman grama. But and the chacham didn't make a machal. So the chacham didn't make a machal. Alma kasavri mitzvah say shaloyazman grama. Obviously, they must hold that it's a mitzvah say shaloyazman grama, meaning that means they hold that it's you put on tefillin on Shabbos, and therefore it's not as man groma, and then women could put on tefillin, right? So therefore there's no machal. The obvious question on that is okay. So then why don't they tell if that's what they held? So why don't women put on tefillin? So then why time? Well, not shouldn't be just like michu b'chachamim. It should be that they held that you should put on tefillin, not just like michu. Okay, that's one side question. We'll maybe discuss that tomorrow night. That's one. And then 2, but what's the issue? So then what's the issue? Let's say they're not chayav. What's the issue? Right? And Rashi says it's Bal Toisif. Very interesting, Rashi. Rashi's saying, the second Rashi from the bottom says, if a woman is potter from putting on tefillin and she puts it on, she's Iveres on Bal Toisif because she's not allowed to. Right? The Pyra Pater Nashim, and she's doing it anyways.
So if I if I do a mitzvah that a Kohen has, that's Baal Tosef?
According
No,
to
you
Rashi,
get shot. You also get shot. That's also bad.
Yeah, especially if you take the coins. You go run around, do a scam.
That's what I'm saying.
All
But
the coins.
if I do a mitzvah that's not for me.
Oh, that's very good from Rashi's Mashal.
Yeah, so
yes,
I mean,
yes.
yeah, Shmuel David, you're asking good because our wives ben shlulev and our wives go.
Oh, it's
shayfa,
mamish.
yeah.
Yes, that's mamish the toises.
Didn't
That's
Rashi's
mamish the
daughter
Tosfos.
famously wear tefillin?
Yeah, so I don't know
Daughters.
exactly what the source is for that. I don't know what the source is for that, but we'll get to that. But anyway, so the Gemara's teretz is, and we'll see in the Tosfos, the Dilma Savarla. So one says, no, maybe he held like Rebbe Yosi Damar Noshim Saimchas Rishus, that women can do if they to do smicha, right? When you did this doesn't mean that they can be yoetzet halachas and maras. That's not what we're talking about here, okay? Right? Noshim Saimchas Rishus is that. If when you bring a korban yochid, when a person brings a korban, he's supposed to lean on the animal, right? So nashim are potter from that because of a pasuk. So Rabbi Yossi is saying that nashim samchus rishus, that it's a rishus, right? Meaning they could if they wanted to. Di loitema achi, because if you don't say this that it's a rishus, right?
Where's the
Meaning,
Gedarim?
no, you don't say
Where's the Gedarim? Where they're allowed to do what they're not allowed to do. If they want to make a minion, could they make a minion?
No, so each mitzvah gets its own thing.
What does that
Right?
mean?
Each mitzvah, depending on what the pasuk is, depending on whether it's a zman groma, depending on a lot of things.
What? They're allowed
Right?
to make a minion and daven by the kaiser with tefillin? I'm saying, they're allowed to do that? And we,
Well, one second. Let's finish the sugi before we jump to that one. Yeah, maybe. Who says it's so shver? But okay.
How do you do smicha on a bird?
What?
How do you do smicha on a bird?
Very carefully.
I don't know. We'll have to wait for kachim for that. Right? But okay, let's just go back. The Yaina's wife went aliyah l'regel, and they didn't make a macha. Is there a shita that holds that it's not mitzvah, it's not aseish as man gromo? It happens 3 times a year. Of course, it's a time-related mitzvah. Who elakasav rishus? So it must be rishus. So hachanami rishus. So here too, it must be that women have the option of wearing tefillin, right? So therefore, we don't have any raya now. Now, based on this, the Tosfos, see this big Tosfos. If you go back to Amud Aleph, so Mikan Omer, a very important Tosfos. We have to look at it even though it's Friday, but this is as important Tosfos as you get. We haven't said that. Where's Marchuk? He's not even on. I have to save that for okay, right? But this Tosfos, right? Mikan Omer Rabbeinu Tam demutul l'noshim levarich al kol mitzvahs asay shazman groma. From this we see that women not only can they do mitzvahs asay shazman groma, they could also make a
Bracha.
A bracha, right? The pateres kamoy micha bashal shahayis mistama gam avareches. Mistama she made a bracha. I'm sorry, hold on. Somebody's kid in the house. I just have to answer. Hello. Yeah, what's doing? All right.
Should we take bets on what the shayla's on?
I was about to say, should we mute him?
They want.
No,
they
is
let
it
them
on
call
Eruvin?
them.
Is it on Shabbos? Should we take bets?
Baruch Hashem. Okay. So when are you getting a taxi before Shabbos? I hear. Okay, just trying to. She arranged it. Okay, whatever. Let them go. Let them call a taxi. Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't have to pay. If you do town, but if not, what you should do is prepare some cash. If you have cash, put it in your mailbox like this in case you have to pay the tax.
Looks like someone's having a baby.
So then you leave it in the mailbox. With her, but if she, okay, fine. Okay, good. Fine. Okay, thanks for the update. Yeah. I'll try. I gotta give a share, so I gotta. Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. Pseudo's time. It's a kid with a kidney infection. I'm sorry. What are you saying? He's all right. He could come home.
I'm sorry. What is Tosfos saying? Mistama, she made a bracha. Mistama, she didn't make a bracha.
That's right. So that right.
She didn't make a bracha. She wasn't mitzvah, so she didn't make a bracha.
That's what the cholkim hold.
What kind of svar is that?
I know it's
You
very
could come
interesting.
learn with us, Taisvis. What is he talking about?
He wants us to
It
feel
didn't
good.
occur
that we
to
say our own
Taisus.
svars. What?
It didn't occur to Taisus there was a possibility of someone doing a mitzvah without a bracha.
I hear. Lamaisa Geret, the way we pass, and obviously we're jumping the gun. Hopefully tomorrow night, Bez Hashem, we'll discuss it a little bit. But Sfardim do not make a bracha, right? The famous thing, Sfardim do not make a bracha mitzvah seishes mangroma. Ashkenazim do make a bracha mitzvah seishes mangroma, right? That's the first major tosis. That's the major thing that we have to take. Okay, Levite.
It's mamash. Okay, I'm not going to be quiet.
What are you saying?
I'm going to be quiet. It sounds like Shmuel's design this. How do you know you wear a yarmulke? Because it's Vayetze Yaakov, so it must be because how could he go out without a yarmulke? So that's what Tyson said.
Okay, I hear. Yeah. Okay, I hear. Anachanami. Okay, so Elahai Tani. So bottom line, we still don't have a Tana who holds that you can wear tefillin on Shabbos. Elahai Tani, he did Tani Hamoitzi tefillin. Now we're going to go to our Mishnah. Hamoitzi tefillin. If you find tefillin in the Sadeh or wherever you find it, okay, Sadeh, whatever, yeah. Machnisin zug, you bring it as a pair. Echad ish, echad isha, echad chadashes, echad yishenes. Divrei Rameir. It's whether a man could bring it in, a woman could bring the tefillin in, meaning she could wear it, whether it's new tefillin, whether it's old tefillin. Divrei Rameir. Now, actually, it's not our Mishnah. Obviously, this is a brayso because it's different than our Mishnah. Rabbi Yehuda aisa b'chadashes umata b'yishenes. Rabbi Yehuda says new tefillin is mutter, aser, because we don't know, it might be a kamiyah, and the old ones are mutter. The only machlokes that they have remain Rabbi Yehuda is if it's new or old. There's no machlokes. Shmamina mitzvah seisha le'azman grama v'chol mitzvah seisha she'ein azman grama noshim chayavos. Right? If you're allowing a woman to wear tefillin on Shabbos to bring it from the field, that means that that's something that a woman's rugil to wear. Otherwise, it's not. You're not allowed to wear it. We're not getting into the masks in the street on Shabbos. It's the same shaila, right? If a mask is a normal levush, you could wear it, but it's not a normal mavush, then you can't. So a woman, if she doesn't normally wear tefillin, why should she be able to wear it on Shabbos to bring it in? So Elamai must be that they're chayav on Shabbos. Right?
Why don't you say from what Shmuel David? It's like silbush. You should be over like silbush.
Oh, the poskim say that, but that would be nagayah to tzitzis, they say it. Because tzitzis me'ikar adin, women could wear tzitzis. It became a minig not to wear tzitzis. Again, this is all part of the sugya tomorrow night. Hopefully, I know people are not going to tune in because they think they'll be on tomorrow night for 5 hours. I should stop saying that. Okay, but nashim be'etzim could put on, but some places can say now that it's only men, so then it's a deraisa for a woman to wear tzitzis. Okay, so again, the Gemara says, maybe held like Rabbi Yossi. Damar nashim sanchos rishus. Maybe they both held like Rabbi Yossi that it's optional. It's not a chayiv. Maybe it's optional. Lo yisagadaitach. The loyra meir savar like Rabbi Yossi, but loyra Yehuda savar like Rabbi Yossi. Neither one of them hold like Rabbi Yossi. Loyra meir savar like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Meir doesn't hold like Rabbi Yossi. Denan ein ma'akvin esatinoikus militkaya. You don't have to stop kids from blowing shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Hanashim ma'akvin. Women, you do have to stop them. So why? Because it's mitzvah seishes man groma. They're potter from shofar, right? Tell that to the women who are busy running around on Rosh Hashanah trying to find Tkiyah Shofar. But the Maisa, they're potter. The Stam Masnis are Rameir. The Stam Mishnah is Rameir. So clearly you see Rameir holds women are potter from Mitzvah Seishes Mangrum. But Rabbi Yehuda, Savar like Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Yehuda doesn't hold like Rabbi Yossi. The Tanya Daber al B'nai Yisrael B'Samach. B'nai Yisrael Samchan, Ve'in B'nai Yisrael Samchas. Males do smicha on animals before bringing a carbon. B'nai Yisrael don't. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Shimon, Ayrim, Nashim, Samchas, Rishus. They say that Nashim
B'nai Yisrael means literally.
That's what we're saying. B'nai, yes, here they're being medayik. B'nai Yisrael, not B'nai Yisrael. You're right. Sometimes you're going to say what B'nai Yisrael means everybody. Sometimes you're darshaning B'nai and means males and not females. 100%. Right? The Stam Sifra Moni Rabbi Yehuda in a Stam Sifra, which is the on Vayikra. Right, it's the Medrash on Vayikra, that's the halacha. So it's Rabbi Yehuda. So you see, Rabbi Yehuda disagrees with Rabbi Yossi. So therefore, we right now we have a raya that they're not holding like Rabbi Yossi, and it's from our Mishnah. Okay, so Amar Rabbi Lazar, Hamoitzi techieles b'shuk. If you find techieles in the shuk, techieles meaning tzitzis, right? And back then, tzitzis was blue. L'shainos psulos. If it's l'shainos, meaning if it's big strips of a lashon, like comes on the word tongue, right? Then those are puzzle. You can't use them because we're afraid they weren't made l'shma. Chutin kshen. But if they're strings, right, that look like the tzitzis strings, and they're kosher. Ma'ashana l'shainos to amar adaita the glima tzavinu. How come you're saying by the l'shainos? You're saying that they probably dyed it blue because they wanted it for clothing. Strings also, you say that they did it for clothing. So we say no, but shazurim, somewhere where they're twisted together. They're twisted together. That people only do for tzitzis. They don't do that for regular clothing. Shazurim, to anyone else ask shazurim nami name adaita the sifsa the glima ifinu. Maybe they put it on as you're using it to sew up the bottom, right? The sifsa the glima, the edge of the garment. The hem. Very good. The hem, right? So maybe that's what they're using it for. So they're going to answer them with sucking. No, it's somewhere where they're cut. They're cut very short. The kuli high vada loy techieles. Nobody's going to be matriach themselves to make something like that to just for regular clothing. They're only going to do that for tzitzis.
What do you mean techieles has to be l'shma?
Anything for tzitzis has to be done l'shma.
That's it. So cutting, including cutting the.
Cutting maybe not, but it depends at what point. But the ikka part of the tzitzis, the techieles for sure does have to be like that. So then Amarava v'chi adam tereach lasis k'mi tefilin is a person going to be matriach himself to make a kamiyah like tefillin, right? The Tanan Bamed Varamur B'Yishenis Av Chadashos Potter. When did we say it? That's by Yishonis, but by old tefillin. But by new tefillin, you're not allowed to use it because maybe you made a kamiyah. So Amar Zeir La'ahava Brei, which is a very interesting name for a male. La'ahava, his son. Puk Tanilu. Go. What do you mean? Go look. Hamaitzi techieles b'shuk l'shaynis psulin chutin mufsakin ksherin. Right? If it's l'shaynis, it's puzzle. If it's chutin mufsakin ksherin, l'fisha ein adam tereach. So you see that there's such a concept that we can rely. That you see that people will not be matriach themselves. So why are you saying that they won't be matriach? That they're going to be matriach themselves with tefillin? So Marava Mashum Datani Lahava Parade, the Rabzeira Kipi Talabas, because this is also again where he says he brings a brisa, right? And he says just because Ahava, the son of Rabzeira, brings a brisa, therefore we have to hang jewelry on it. Meaning we have to go with that, we'll go with our Mishnah. But Tanan Bamedvar Amurim B'Yishenis of Chadashos Mutter B'Yishenis, only by all ones by Chadashos Mutter. Elo Marava Tereach V'Loi Tereach Tanoi. That's a machlokes Tanoim. What's the machlokes time? Whether it's tircha the Tanya, might see tefillin machnis and zug zug. If you find tefillin, you bring it in as a pair. Echad ish, echad isha. Whether it's a man, whether it's a woman. Echad chadashes, echad yishanas. Whether it's new ones, whether it's new ones. Different meir. R Yehuda isa b'chadashes umata b'yishanas. He matters new ones and he asers old ones. I'm sorry, asers new ones because it might be a kamiyah and matters old ones. Alma marsa v'torach inish. You see that Rabbi Yehuda holds that a person will be matriach himself, so therefore you're afraid that it is a kamiyah. And Rameir holds there's no tircha. Nobody's ever going to make a tircha to make such a kamiyah that looks like a tefillin. So therefore you don't have to be chayshed that it's a kamiyah, and you can take in tefillin whether it's new, whether it's old. All right, okay. A good Shabbos and Bezin.
Thank you.
Rabbi Stein, is there a shiur tomorrow?
3:15. Bezin Shem.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.